Hello everyone, welcome to Ajiro Tech. Ajiro Tech. In this video, we're going to be looking at the CIE, Information and Communication Technology, with the course code 0417 or 0983. And we're looking at the February-March 2024 variant 21. It had just one variant. And this is a paper that was released officially released few hours as of the time of this recording, and we're going to be looking at presentations. Okay, so let's get right to it. Please, the instructions are very important, so please go through the instructions. Okay, the duration for the whole paper is 2 hours 15 minutes, so let's take note of that. And of course the total mark is 70 for the whole paper. Okay, so we're scrolling down. Of course, we'll be supplied with the following source files. So these are the source files that we'll be working with. So let's go down to presentations. Okay, task 4, presentation. You're going to create a presentation about online gaming safety. Now let me get a pen. Now, when we talk about presentation, what is presentation? This right here. What do you think this means? Okay, so presentation is what? A series of slides. Very important. Okay, and the series of slides used to give what? Information. The series of slides used to give information to an audience. Okay, to an audience. Very important. So a presentation can be used in many different ways. Okay, we can use presentation to teach, to inform, as a visual aid. Okay, in a lecture. Okay, it can also be used in to give information or for advertising as much as possible. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, so now all slide must have a consistent layout and formatting. When we talk about consistent layout and formatting, let's dive into this a bit. It simply means that all the slides that we are going to create must be consistent across each slide. Okay, must be consistent across each slide. Very important. Step 18, let's look at this. Create a presentation. The word create is a command word for import or open. So when you hear create, don't panic. It doesn't mean that you're going to create a slide, okay, of you're going to create a presentation of 8 slides. It simply means that the file has been created and all you need to do is to import or open it. Hope that makes sense. So that's it. Now we can rephrase this to import or open a presentation of 8 slides using this file right here. Okay, now take note of the extension. Take note of the extension .rtf. You see this in chapter 11. Okay, file management. Chapter 11, file management. And this simply means the rich text format. So it simply means that that particular document has some format, can contain some formatting features that the TXT cannot, because the TXT is all about a plain text. So this is very important. Unless otherwise instructed, the slide must display a title and a bulleted list. So it simply means that during the course of importing or opening this presentation, each slide should have a title and a bulleted list. Hope that makes sense. So now let's dive to it. So what do? I'm going to click on my Windows icon, open my PowerPoint, and I'll click on open. So right here, I'm going to click on what? Open. Okay, so you don't have to click on blank presentation. You can, and then you can open it from there, but you don't really have to do that. So I'm just going to click on open here, and then I'm going to browse for it. Scroll down to my source files and question paper. Okay, I think I have it here to 2024. Now it's going to show a blank. It's going to show what? A blank. Now the blank simply means that this is an RTF, so it is not yet a PowerPoint document. Okay, and from the word RTF, it simply means that what is generic, right? It falls under the generic word file category. So it simply means that it can be opened by any recommended software. That reminds me, chapter 13, layout. The recommended software for presentation is the Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, that is the recommended software. And it's very, very important that before you dive into presentation, you should have gotten a prerequisite of chapter 13.2, tables. Very important. Okay, audiences will also help you as well. All right. So now this is what is not yet a PowerPoint document, and that is why it is blank. So what do we do? So we're going to change it right here to what? All files. Now we'll change to all files. Do we have it extracted? We don't have it extracted yet. So let me go down. We don't have it extracted yet, so I'm going to extract this. So what do? I'm going to click on it, right click, and then click on what? Extract all. So I'm going to extract it here. You can also do it there. Okay, you can also do it there. It's still fine. You can also do it there. What do I mean? You can also extract it here as well. It's still going to work. Okay, you can just right click and then you can extract all. Still going to work. Same thing. So I'm going to open it here and then I'm going to extract this. Extract. Okay, you can close this. So now we have this. So I can open it and then I can now scroll to this. Let's check it. So we have this CO2 safety. So I'll click on it and then click on what? Open. Okay, and then please enable to click on what? Enable editing. Now that is one method you can do this. Another method you can do, right, is to open this, open it right here, and under CO2 safety, you can right click on it, click on open with, and then you can open it with PowerPoint. It's still going to do the same thing. So whichever method you want to use is fine. Okay. All right. So we have this. So now if we check to the slides, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, slide 5, slide 6, slide 7, slide 8, they all have a title and a bulleted list. Okay. All right. Step 19. Use the master slide to display only the following features. Okay. So now the slide master. Let's look at it. Now, the whole idea of the slide master is that whatever feature we're going to do and we're going to place on it is going to affect all our slides. So to do that, we're going to click on View, under here the menu tab, View, Slide Master. Okay, please don't forget, all this is called link slides. They are called link slides. So we have to scroll up, and this right here is called the primary master slide. Take note of that. It's called what? The primary master slide. So I'm going to click on it. So it simply means that whatever I add, whatever feature I add here, okay, so let's do probably a triangle. Whatever feature I add here is going to reflect on all the slide. So it's very, very important that you click on what? The primary master slide. Very important. So I can just delete this. Good. Now, they said to display only the following features, automatic slide number on the top left. So here we have the bottom, but we don't really have a top. So we have to create it. Okay. So here you have your bottom left, bottom center, and what? Bottom right. So to create this, what do? We have to, first of all, let's place it. So we're going to insert, right? Click on insert, header or footer. So I'll click on the header or footer. Now they said what? Automatic slide number on the top left. So I'm going to click here, my slide number here, right? So this, I'm going to check the slide number. Okay. I also have your name, center number, and candidate what? Number. So I'm just going to do the two things right here. So I'm going to check this and then add my details. Ciao, ND, comma, EN 017. That is the generic center number. So your name, comma, space, your center number, comma, space, and then your candidate number. So I'm going to use 2024, right? And then I'm going to click to apply to all. So I've done that. So yeah, I'm going to click here, click my control, shift, right? Hold my shift on my keyboard, and then I can just format everything together. So I'm going to click on bold, right here to black, increase the font size to probably 16. Okay, fine, 18. Depending on your name, 16, 18 is fine. So I have this. So I've done this. So what do? They said, remember they said what? The slide number is what? Top left. So it should be here. So I'm going to click here, right? Now your ruler. In case you don't have your ruler, how do you bring your ruler? Click on view and then check your ruler here. Very important. Click on what? The view and then check your ruler. Okay. So I'm going to adjust this a bit to, okay, maybe 4 for now. and then bring this here, scroll down, bring this here, okay, and bring this down to probably 7.5. Okay, so right here I have my slide number. I'm going to scroll to the top with I'm using my arrow key to do this. Okay, I'm using my arrow key to do this, and then I'll move this to the left. Now, mind you, whenever you're inserting, it has to be in the structure. You see this? So I'm not expecting you to do this. No, don't do that. Okay, it has to be in the structure. There's a reason why you have a structure. Okay, so very, very important. So I'm going to move this here so that it aligns properly with this. I'm probably going to use a grid line to help me with it. Okay, I think this is fine. Let's see. I can just zoom in to ensure that the work is perfect. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine by me. Okay, so I have this. Now they said top left. So this is top. Now to make this left, home, and then the alignment is what? Left. So now that we have done it. Okay, very important. All right, so we have your name, center number, candidate number. So this can be in anywhere. So I'm just going to leave it here. It's fine. And then your company logo, CO2 logo, position on the top right. So the company logo. So we need to insert it somewhere here. So I'm going to insert this. Then pictures, this device. Now I've done a video on talking about pictures using the Microsoft Word series. So you can go through it. It's right there on my YouTube channel. You can go through it to learn how to do this device, mobile device, stock images, online pictures. All these have been explained. It's the same concept with Microsoft Word. You can also do that for your PowerPoint. So I'm going to click this device. And then I have this. So I'm going to click here and then click on insert. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust this here so that it falls within this. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to hold my control, select this, hold my shift. Okay, I think that is fine. Let me check. Is it? The work has to be perfect. Okay, I think maybe a bit. Yeah, perfect. Let's check. Perfect. All right, so I have it here. So I'm going to this. Okay, so we have this what in the top right, position in the top right. So we have this position in the top right. All right, no master slide. They said make sure that master slide item appears the same position on every slide. Now this is possible when you do this in the primary master slide. So please, whenever you go to your slide master, okay, it always gives you, or you always find it either at the bottom or probably in one of the link slides. All this is called the link slide. So please take note. Okay, take note. Very, very important. Okay, no item overlap on any slide. So let's see this. So the view here, I'm going to go to what? Normal, the normal view. So now I've done the normal view right here. So let me just do this. 50 is fine. Let's say 60. No, I'm just going to make it 50. Okay, so now I have it. So I have it right here. You can see that they all positioned in the same place. Okay, they all positioned in the same place, which is what I want. Okay, which is what I want. So let's do that. So we have this. So we're good to go. I can just adjust this a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to make it 50. I think 50 is fine. Okay. So I have this. Step 20. So I think this is done. Check. And everything. So here we can see that it appears in the same position, right? They all appear in the same position. If I scroll down, they appear in the same position. That's what we want. Okay. The next one is that no item overlap on any slide. So they are not overlapping on any slide. So the next one we're going to do is step 20. Format slide 1 so that a title slide layout is applied with no bullet. So this is slide 1. Now to do this, we're going to click here under the home, under the slide section. We have what? Layout. Okay. Now in your slide layout, we're going to choose what? A title slide. Now when we click on the title slide, automatically, right? So I'm going to hold this, shift, hold this. I don't need a designer. Okay. If we do this, now watch what happens. Now you see that the title and the subtitle text are centered and in the middle of the slide. So automatically when we make it a title slide, the title and the subtitle are centered and they are also what in the middle of the slide. So you don't have to do anything else. Once you make the slide layout to title slide, that will be done automatically for you. Okay, hope that makes sense. So this is done. All right. Step 21. Delete the slide with the title Gaming Benefit and Negative Effect of Gaming. Okay, so let's delete the slide with Gaming Benefit. Okay, so I have gaming benefit here on slide 3. I'm going to hold my control and negative effects of gaming. So I have this too, just to check gaming benefit and negative effect of gaming. So I'm just going to right click and then I'm going to click on what? Delete slide. Okay, so done. So this is done. Step 22. Use the data in the file CO2 rating .csv to create a vertical bar chart. So we're going to use an Excel to do this. So I'm going to open this CO2 rating. I'm going to open this with a spreadsheet, and of course the recommended what spreadsheet is what your Microsoft Word Excel. You see this in chapter 13 as well. Okay, so use the data in the file to create a vertical bar chart. Okay, to show the numbers of rating given to each age category in 2023 only. So I'm going to open this here to select both the columns and row, double click on it. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so we want to look for what? 2023 only. All right, display with labels the age category on the category axis and the number of games on the value axis. So this is giving us a point. So the age category here, I'm just going to move this here. So the age category here, okay, on the category axis, and of course what else? The numbers of games. Okay, so let's do that. So I want to explain something real quick. So we have this. So this is what more or less like your y-axis and x-axis. So this is your category axis. Category, this is what your value axis. Very, very important. So this is where your category axis falls, and this is where your value axis what falls. Okay, so this is very, very important. So let's take note of that. So to do this, I'm going to select this. So I'll highlight this, hold my control on my keyboard and highlight this. Good, because remember we're selecting what? Take note, we're selecting what? The age categories. Okay, the age categories, and of course this. So I'm going to click on insert and then look at the said what? Vertical. A vertical bar chart is this. This right, this is vertical. Horizontal bar chart is this. So take note of the difference. Vertical is this, horizontal is this. Okay, so I'm going to click on insert, then right here under the 2D I'm going to choose this, right, the clustered column. So I'm going to click this. All right, now so we're done with this. So we have the category here, and then we have the numbers of games and the value axis. What else? They said do not display legend. Now what is a legend? A legend is used to depict the colors and what it represents. So we're just having one color here, so we don't really need a legend. If we have multiple colors, we can use a legend to represent what each color means. Okay, so take note of that. All right, so I think I've done this. Okay, display the chart as follows. Chart title is what? Rating of games 2023. So I'm just going to copy this. So this is going to be my chart title. Click on it again, Ctrl A, Ctrl V. Okay, just click here, home, bold, and then black. Okay, what else? Category axis title. So this is going to be my category axis title. Okay, so my category axis title is going to be here. So this is what we call a chart element. So under the chart element, I'm going to add my axis title. Now the category axis title falls under the primary horizontal. So I'm going to check the primary horizontal, click on it, Ctrl A, Ctrl V. So I have this here. This is bold, black. All right, so this is done. All right. display only the data values along the top of each bar. Okay, so the data values along the top of each bar. So under my chart element, I'm going to go to what? Data labels. Now under data labels is going to be what? Outside end. So outside end simply means they're going to be at the top of each bar. Inside the base simply means they're going to be inside the bar. Inside end means they're going to be inside by the top. Okay, so you need to take note of that. Okay, center is going to be center inside the bar chart, right? Inside the bar. Okay, so I'm going to do outside end, so it's outside of it. Okay, all right, so this is done. Step 25. Format the value axis to display. Okay, to display this, I'm going to click here, right click on it, and go to what? Format axis. Literally what it says, format the value axis. So I'm going to right click, and then now take note of this. Whenever the cursor changes to this means you can right click on it, go to format axis, and then we have this. The minimum is 0. So what's the maximum? Of 560. Okay, just going to put 6 here. Hit on my tab. Increment of 70. Okay, so which is we're using the what? The major. Okay, so take note, for increment you use what? Major. Hit on my tab. So now we have it. So 70 to 560. Alright, so this is done. So again, it is very important that you always analyze this. Okay, we have displayed the labels, the age categories on the category axis, and numbers of games on the value axis. Very, very important. Step 26. Okay, place the chart to the left of the bullet on the slide with the title game rating. So I'm going to copy this, right click and then copy, and then go to the slide that says what? Game rating. So this is the slide that has game rating. Now they said what? Place to the left of the bullet on the slide with the title what? Left of the bullet. So this is going to be here, left of the bullet. So I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to use my rulers to properly help me. It's going to be left of the bullet. So I'm going to move this. Please take note. I'm going to adjust this a bit to where we have what? Now 0 means center. Okay, so I'm going to make it 1. Good. I'm going to make it 1. Now for the chart, I'm going to place the chart here. Okay, so I'm just going to right click, and then I'm going to click on what? Use the destination team. I'm going to work with the destination team. That's fine. I can work with the destination team. I'm going to move it here. Please, it has to be aligned, so it's very important, and it has to be here as well. Okay, so I have this. Probably going to move it to the top so it is in the same place, and then I can adjust this a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let me move this to the top. Use my arrow key, move it to the top. Okay, so that's fine. So I have it here, and then I have it here. Very important. So this is done. Okay, make sure no words in the charts are split. Okay, so no words in the chart are split. All data and labels are fully visible. So looking at this, you can see that they are fully visible. Okay, the chart and its content do not overlap any slide item, so they are not overlapping anything, and that's what we want. Okay, okay, so this is done. Step 27. On the slide with the title game rating, format the text. Look at it. What are we formatting? We're formatting this age classification. Now notice that this is italics, so this is age classification. So when it is clicked, it opens the document with the file name categories. So this is what we call hyperlink, and I've talked about hyperlink in the Microsoft Word series also, which is almost like the same thing. So it's right on my YouTube channel. You can go through it as well. Okay, so age classification, so right here. So I'm going to highlight this too. Good. I'm going to highlight it so that when it's clicked, so what I'll do here, I'll go to insert, then links. Now under the links, I'm going to click on insert links. Okay, insert links. Now here they said what? Existing file or web page. We're not doing a web page, we're doing an existing file. So we're going to look for that file. So I have the all-in-one. Yes, I'm going to open it. 2024. Okay, so I have this one here. scroll down to 2024. Okay, February, March. Okay, this is the extracted one. Open it here. So what are we opening? What? CO2 categories. CO2 categories. So we have this, and then we can click on what? Okay. So now this is done. Take a screenshot to show that the text links to the correct file, and you place this in your what? Your evidence document. So what I will do here is I can come here to links, right? Links, and then okay, you can insert, just right click, and then you can edit the links. So that's fine, and then we can take this screenshot. So this is going to show that this is linked to what? The correct what? File. Okay, so to take a screenshot, we use what? The snipping tool. Okay, the snipping tool right here, and of course, which is Windows Shift S. So I'll click on new, and then I can take the screenshot of this. Okay, so I'll click on what? Okay, so now I'm going to scroll down to my evidence document quickly. Scroll down to my evidence document and just paste it there. So this CO2 evidence, open it, CO2 evidence, enable editing. So what is CO2 saying? So this is your name, so insert, okay, then your headers. I prefer the headers. Now under the headers I have okay, let me just do this. File, save as. What am I saving this as? Evidence, then with your candidate number, which is 2024. The file format is Word document, save. So I have this, insert, headers, 3 columns. Now what we are simply doing here is we're making sure that your name, comma, space, center number, comma, space will appear on every page of this document. So here I'm using the 3 columns to guide me. So you can use any of the alignment, left, center, right. So I have it right here. So I'm just going to type my details, my name, comma, space, center number. I'm using the generic center number EN017, comma, space. My candidate number is 2024. I can click here, hit on my delete on my keyboard, click here, hit on delete on my keyboard, and then I can close. Okay, that is how we create our evidence document. All right, so that's fine. So I'm going to scroll down to where I have it. Okay, so I have it here. All right, so I have it here. Okay, so take a screenshot. So I've already done that already. This is going to be step 27. So I'm going to look for it. Step 27 right here. So I'm going to hit on enter, and then you can right click, and then you can paste. So we have the screenshot here. I think it's fine. Picture format, I'm just going to copy it. I just want the work to be perfect. Good. So we have it here. So I'm going to save. All right. So this is done. Step 28. Add the following text as the presenter or speaker note to the slide with the title Game Ratings. Okay, to the slide with the title Game Ratings. So right here, Game Ratings. The whole idea of a speaker note is so that when you're presenting to an audience, remember we're talking about presentation, which is a series of slides used to give information to an audience. So when we are giving an information to the audience, we need a kind of like a notepad where we can actually put down some points that the audience don't need to see, so that we can actually remember those things and we can talk about them. So we can add them by clicking add note, or you can go to view and then you go to what? Handout. Notes page, rather. You go to what? The notes page. So right here, we can what? Add the following text as the presenter or speaker note to the slide with the title Game Rating. So I'm going to copy this. Now notice where this is, right? So this is what in the left alignment. So that's what we're going to do. Left alignment. So I'm going to click here and then just right click, and then you can just paste as a plain text, right? All right, so we have this. I think this is fine. We don't really need to what's this? Okay, maybe we can make this to be 14. Control A, just make this to be 14. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to click on view and then click on the normal view. So right, we can have it, you can see it right here. All right, so print only this slide as the presenter or speaker note. So for us to print this, okay, so we're going to click on File, okay, File, Print, okay, Print, change it to what? Microsoft Print to PDF. Very important. The Microsoft Print to PDF. That's the printer you want to use. You can go to printer properties to ensure that the paper size is A4. Very important. The paper size, click on advanced, ensure that the paper size is what? A4. Okay, so if you've done advanced paper size A4, click OK and then click OK. The reason why I click on cancel is because it's there at default for me. Okay, so we'll print on this side as the presenter or speaker note. Now, when we are doing this, we have two categories. We have the print layout and we have handout. Now, under the print layout, we have the full page slide, we have the notes page, we have the outline. For the handout, we have 2 slides, 1 slide, 3 slides, 4 slides, 5 slides. The 4 slides can be horizontal or vertical. The 6 slides can be horizontal, vertical. 9 slides can be horizontal or vertical. What does horizontal mean? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vertical is 1, 2, 3. You get that, right? So here we're going to go to the, under the print layout, we're going to click on what? The notes page. Okay? So print on this as the presenter or speaker notes. So we're printing only this. Okay? And then we can click on what? Print. Right? Take note. Remember, if you click on this, guess what happens? It's going to print everything. They said print only. So to do this, we're changing print all slides to what? The current slide. Take note, you're printing all this to the current slide. Now it's going to be 1 of 1. Okay? Now if you don't want to do this, you can come here and choose the slide number, which is 4, and you will do the same thing. Hope that makes sense. So I'm going to click on print. I'm going to print it here. Get this here. So this is going to be print out speaker note. Yeah, and then print. Good, done. So this is done. Remember, this is not just a regular solving of past paper. This is me teaching you what to do. So whenever you see this kind of questions, you know what to do. Okay, that's why Ajiro Tech is so special and is one of the best YouTube channels you can ever have on this planet Earth. All right, step 29, save the presentation. My favorite step, saving. I love this step so much because it's literally so easy to do, right? So I have this. So I'm going to click on File, then click on Save As. I'm going to browse for it. It's going to pick the first name, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to save it inside of it. Okay, so I'm going to save this right here. Done. Now the next step is print slide 1, 2, 3, and 4 only as handout in portrait orientation. So let's do that. So we're going to print slide 1, 2, 3, and 4 only. That's what we're printing. So to do this, I'm going to click on File, click on Print. Okay. Now right here, I'm going to click on All Slides. Come here, I'm going to type under the slide. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be what? A custom range. Okay. Take note, a custom range. I'm going to switch this to what? They said what? With 2 slides on each page. With 2 slides on each page, which is handout, 2 slides on each page, and each filling half the page. So you can see that each of them is filling half the page. Another thing I want to talk about, your date format must be in what? DDMMYY. DDMMYY. And that simply means that your vision has to be what? The United Kingdom. Okay? Very important. It has to be DDM or any region that has DDMMYY. Very, very important. If you want to see what I'm doing, you can come here to edit format, and then to ensure that your language right here is United Kingdom, you can change it. Usually, United Kingdom gives you the DDM, which is what the British curriculum. Okay, very, very important. Okay, so you can actually do that. You can check this and then you can change it. But another thing is, if you're not having United Kingdom there, or you probably have United States, which is obviously not recommended, you can always go to your clock and region. So you go to control panels to do this. Open to control panels, go to clock and region. Then under region, okay, what do? You change the format right here from English United States to English United Kingdom, and then you can apply and then click OK. Okay, close your PowerPoint, open it again. You can go to your slide master, do it there, right? Change the region there, or when you're printing, you can actually check your date and time, and you should be able to see it there. Okay, all right. So now we have this. Okay, so now we can print this. So click on print. Remember, it has a Microsoft Print to PDF. So I'm going to click on print. Print. So this is going to be print out. Handout 2 slides. PDF. So I'm going to print this. Okay, so yes, so now we are done with this question. We can save, and then we can close, save our document. We can close. Now you have this here, so you can always open it, and from here right now you can actually see your work. So you can actually see the date where this video was actually made. Okay, and then from here now you can now send this to your printer. It's always important for exam students to always send it to PDF first, and from right here you can now send your work to the printer. Very, very, very important. All right, so thank you very much, and do want to subscribe to this YouTube channel and share this video with your friends. Okay, and also share the YouTube channel with your friend, because the more you subscribe, the more we get to reach every learner. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.